It's Monday and it is server reset, and that can mean only one thing in Marvel Strike Force, and that is that all the new events for this week has started. So first off, we are going to take a look at the blog Fantastic Force Week 3. Fantastic Force stretches into Week 3, ushering in the exciting chapter of the Fantastic Force mini showcase and continued opportunities to advance in the Baxter Building and Danger Room. If you haven't already, make sure you check out the Fantastic Force announcement blog, complete rundown of this 4-week event. Here's what's live right now during Week 3, which we'll take a look at in a moment. The stakes get raised during Week 3 with 4 new missions. Join Quasar and the Fantastic Four as they battle through the future of Nexus Earth. The trait requirements for Week 3 are Fantastic Four MCU or Global, so pretty simple. Baxter Building still going on. Multiversal Force is going on still. You should already have your 100 Invisible Woman shards by now. And new and returning players can unlock the original Fantastic Four for free. Let's also go across to the store and we're going to take a look at the free claims that are available. So we have 2,000 Path to Azazel orbs. That's the pity orb or the cheap orb. We have 1,000 allied supply 9 orb fragments. That will come in useful for the milestone event, and we'll go over that in the PowerPoint in a moment. We've got the quantum surge free claim, 1,000 points there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That is all going to help. And obviously our zombie juggernaut, I am awaiting them to put another character into there because that would be really good. We're also going to check if we got any milestone events. I don't think we do. No, so just the daily web reward for spending the 50 power cores. Very, very simple to do. So that is everything on the website. So let's hit it off in game. Okay, so first thing we're going to take a look at is the new Strike Pass, and it is a Mr. Fantastic MCU Strike Pass. This looks pretty cool. We've got the new antimatter here in the Strike Pass, so that is the new store currency. But we are looking at this being quite good. 100 power cores coming in straight off the bat. I'm not going to collect that yet though. You will also see what I have done is I have held my my rewards from the previous or from today. So I haven't claimed any of my rewards yet from today. And that just gives me a little bit of a bonus on the old Strike Pass. It allows me to get this done a little bit quicker. Not that we need to do this anymore, but it's just something that I've always done out of habit, and so it just allows me to get ahead that little bit quicker on the Strike Pass. So that is that done. Right, so the Command Center. Let's see what we are doing in the Command Center this week. So we have the Broken King Month 1. This is the Blastar one. We have to play the Fantastic Force campaign every day, it looks like. That is going to get you 100 strike tokens, so that's towards the Strike Pass. And we are looking at 50 of the power cores there for doing that. And weekly, we are looking at 300,000 antimatter. Now, again, this is very similar to when we had the intel and we had to gather it. Now, this is giving you a clear indication that you are easily going to be getting 300k antimatter every single week without fail. Monthly, you're looking at collecting the Black Bishop from the Broken King Week 1, the White Queen from Week 2, the White Rook from Week 3. This is going to give you some antimatter here. And the Black King from Week 4. You're also going to get some bonus points here if you play a raid with Azazel, Rachel Summers, and Sebastian Shaw. I'm sure that we will be able to do this probably during the month. The Broken King Week 1, earn gold, 10k, 10k. We've already done that one. We are looking at the Fantastic Force event, doing that. Clearing waves in Battle World, that'll be pretty simple. Thunderbolt raid, pretty easy. And then playing Blitz with Azazel at 5, 6, and 7 yellow stars. That is going to be the spender only milestones, but those points don't generally matter. Rewards this week, we have the antimatter here and just some gear really. Do we have any gear tier 20? Yes, we do. Right at the end here, look, some armory 20 orb fragments. That is what we are really looking for. And there is the Black Bishop. So that is what they were referring to in the objectives here. So collecting the Black Bishop, which is from the week 1 reward, and it is at milestone, well, it's at 150 points, so you should get that pretty early on this week. And then here you go, just saying about the Age of Annihilus Chapter 2, play every day to earn Blastar, build your Conquerors, which is the new trait. Last time we had the Harbingers, this time we've got the Conquerors. And here are your Hellfire Club Conquerors, so Azazel, Rachel Summers, Sebastian Shaw. Build teams. So this is the new raid. So the Annihilation raid. Build teams. Build your raid teams, including the Hellfire Club, to progress through this new raid. Hellfire Club, Thunderbolts, Vigilantes, Night Stalkers, Uncanny Avengers, and an upcoming team. Play raids. Not a problem at all. And then progress through the hardest difficulties to earn appealing rewards, including Gear Tier 20 and Sebastian Shaw Diamonds. So the command center objectives are pretty simple to do. Let's break down the events, see what's going on here. So we have the Shadow King back. We have the Fantastic Force. Here's that Drums of War that we were on about. Be quite a good one to do. There's those Drums of War tokens that they were on about. This is the points tokens. We're going to have 50 Mr. Fantastic shards, 250,000, 250 ability orb fragments. 250? That seems a little bit lapsed, but hey ho. If that's a farmable though, that is farmable. So that, yeah, so farmable, we're going to have 250 ability orbs per farm there. You've got gold orb there, 12k ability orbs there. So no on this one here this week, no. So it's ability orbs, so the T4 orbs rather than your training orbs. So I'll most likely still be farming the Changing Tides or One of Us one. From this, we still have the Fantastic Findings, the Baxter Building. We still got a day left on the Danger Room. 6 days left on the Quasar Trial. Don't forget that. And the Accursed Showcase and the Accursed Challenge has now gone away. Let's just check this though, because sometimes, yeah, so they're still doing this. I don't know how long this will be going on for, but check your diabolical dealings, go into the review, and you probably will still be able to, if you've got energy there, be able to farm that node until they turn this event off. And so now let's take a look at the milestone events. So let's cover the milestone events that are going on in the game. And the first one I want to cover is the Sebastian Shaw Unleashed milestone. Now this, according to the blog, is going to be a 3-week and 5-day milestone, I believe it is. But we can see in preview in the milestone tab that there is events for week 1, week 2, week 3. So let's go over what you're going to be doing in week 1 and where you're going to get to in this Sebastian Shaw Unleashed event, and what you're going to have to do to get as far as you can in this Sebastian Shaw Unleashed event free to play. So the premise of this is a pretty simple event. It is earning Hellfire Rings, and then you are also going to have Sebastian Shaw Unleashed milestone points, which is unlimited. The Hellfire Ring points are limited to 25,000. And that is probably going to be the free-to-play limit. Those Sebastian Shaw Unleashed milestone points, I am going to gather, are going to be an offer, a bit like these burst milestones that we've had recently for the Gear Tier 20 and the Gold Burst and the Character Burst. I think we had a Silver Sable Burst and a few other burst events where you got so far down, and then there's an offer to buy the final points. Those Sebastian Shaw Unleashed milestone points are going to be the offer that becomes available for you to get those extra milestone points to cap this off. The total points for this milestone is 50,000, and there is a full 100 shards for Sebastian Shaw in here if you do buy the offer to get those extra 25,000 points. If you don't, then what you're going to be left with at the end of this 3-week event is 25 Sebastian Shaw shards plus his 7 red stars. As I said, the known free-to-play total is going to be that 25,000 points. And to get all the free-to-play points, what you're going to have to do is to complete Unleashed Week 1, complete Unleashed Week 2, and get to milestone 5 of Unleashed Week 3. Once you've gotten to that point, that is all the free-to-play points that you are going to be able to accomplish. So, Unleashed Week 1, what are we doing? Well, there are 225 milestone points in this event, and there are 20 total Hellfire rings. If you do the math there, that is 10,000 points available in Week 1. And to get those points, or those Hellfire rings, you are going to be battling in Cosmic Crucible, and you are going to be playing raids with Uncanny Avengers. Fairly simple to-do list for this event. You're going to want to do 6 Cosmic Crucible battles per round of Cosmic Crucible. And you're going to want to do 2 raid nodes daily with your Uncanny Avengers. So that's the Spotlight raid team. So you could either do those first 2 nodes, which are open in the Spotlight raid, or 2 out of the 4 nodes that are available per lane, that is, with your Uncanny Avengers. And just to show you the math here, there is the Cosmic Crucible trials. So you're going to have 3 Cosmic Crucible trials during this Unleashed Week 1 event. 6 battles per trial, that gives you 18 battles. That gives you a total of 180 points. And then to get the 45 extra points, you are going to need to raid with your Uncanny Avengers. And those 45 points are going to need you to hit 9 nodes total, or 1.28 nodes per day. I just rounded it up to 2 nodes because that is a very, very simple thing to do. And that is Unleashed Week 1. Next week, we will cover Unleashed Week 2. It's very much of the same again. Unleashed Week 3 is going to be the interesting one, and yeah, we'll see how that one all pans out. But at the end of this week, you are going to get those 10,000 points, and that is going to get you to milestone 4 in the Sebastian Shaw Unleashed event. That will get you a 4 red star Sebastian Shaw, so no need to pull your red star orbs for him, which is really nice. And you will have 10 shards towards Sebastian Shaw in week 1. And now we come on to the Alliance event. This is Cosmic Raid, and I've done this one slightly differently this time around because I want to cover all the bases here. Now, in this event, there are a number of scoring methods. The first one is to earn the Allied Supply 9 orb fragments. These are coming from your daily free claim on the web store. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description down below. We are also going to be battling in raids, battling in Cosmic Crucible, and then the other part is the battling in Cosmic Crucible with Accursed, and then battling in Cosmic Crucible with Accursed at 5 yellow stars, 6 yellow stars, and 7 yellow stars. Now, my known free-to-play total, what I think my Alliance is capable of doing, is 813,360 points. And to achieve this known free-to-play total, and this should be earnable by most of your alliances, each alliance member is going to need to do 7 raid battles daily. That is a very, very simple ask of any alliance member. And each alliance member is going to need to do 6 Cosmic Crucible battles per trial. You're only going to get, technically, you'll get 3 trials in this period of this event. This event is a 6-day event, but it finishes on the Sunday evening at 10 p.m. and Sunday evening at 9 p.m. BST. You do have the start of trial 3 of Cosmic Crucible. So you could, if you get on at 9 p.m, you could get an extra 6 battles in, but This is worked off of just doing 2 trials and not having to rush your final trial. One of those Cosmic Crucible battles per trial needs to be with all the Accursed members, so all 5 members of the Accursed. And you are going to want to go to the web store to collect your daily free claim. As I said, link to that will be in the description down below. And so where will these 813,360 points get us? Well, for that, we are going to have to cut across to the game itself because they are no longer producing charts in the blogs. So let's go and take a look at where we need to get, or where that 813,360 points will get us. And so here we are in the preview of the Cosmic Raid, and 813,360 points is going to get us all the way down to milestone 17, which is what they call these premium milestones. These little like gem things here, premium milestone gems, don't do anything. They just look shiny. And it's just by telling you that you are completing what they consider a premium milestone. So what are we going to get here? Well, we're going to get a absolute ton. 400, 800. So that's 1,200. 2,000, 2,800, 4,000, 8,000, 12,000 armory 20 orb fragments. That is right, G20 gear. We are going to get 2 of the fantastic 4 diamond orbs and some bio crimson gear. Absolutely brilliant. For what we're putting into that, I think that is really, really good. But what if you're not like my alliance? Let's go and take a look at the math for all of this. Okay, so we're going to break this down into the easy to do section, the slightly harder to do section, and what my alliance is going to be able to do, and then what you are going to get if you are in basically an alliance full of people who have bought the Accursed members to 7 yellow stars. So the easy points, battling in raids, very simple. As you can see here, we have 6 days on the event. That is 7 raid battles per day, 480,000 points. Battling Cosmic Crucible, again, very, very simple. 6 battles per trial, 140,000 points. Allied supply 9 orb fragments coming from the daily free claim. That is 144,000 points over all your members as long as they collect those daily free claims daily. And so the total easy points is going to be 764,000 or milestone 16. So only 1 milestone behind what my alliance was getting. So what you'll lose out on there is, I believe, 1 or 2 G20 orbs and a fantastic 4 diamond orb for putting in not a massive amount of effort. And to be honest, the next stage up isn't that much more effort either. So this time we're looking at the Accursed battling. So this is all 5 members of the Accursed. So the first slide is if you were fairly new to the game and you came into the game and you didn't have the Accursed members, because we have already had their free-to-play releases. So if you haven't got those guys, that's the points that you can sort of look at getting easily. Here's the next stage, which is battling with the Accursed. So we've got here all 5 team members of the Accursed. That's going to get you 10,000 points there from Cosmic Crucible. 5 yellow stars. Now, I have only allowed for 2 members of the Accursed to have 5, 6, and 7 yellow stars, and that is the reworks of Baron Mordo and Juggernaut. Obviously, your mileage might vary, but I took a look at my roster, and the only character I have at 5 yellow stars from the Accursed is the Hood. All the other ones free to play, I have only got to 4 yellow stars so far. And the only reason why I got the Hood at 5 yellow stars is because we obviously had those extra events for him, and I did put some power cores into him to unlock him slightly earlier. So that is going to get us 8,640 points with the 2 5 yellow star characters. 13,440 points for the 6 yellow star characters. Again, that's just those 2 reworks. And for the 7 yellow stars, 17,280 points. And adding those to the previous total gets us the total that I said at the start there, which is 813,360 points, or milestone 17. Now, what if you're in an alliance of people who buy the characters and all of you have your accursed at 7 yellow stars? Well, let's take a look at the difference this makes. So they're going to get the same points as we are for the accursed, just having all 5 members, 10,000 points. They are going to get 21,000 points, 21,600, but it is capped at 21,000 points for the 5 yellow stars. 33,600 points, or 33,000 points, because it is capped again at 6 yellow stars. And 43,200 points, which is 43,000 because it is capped again for the 7 yellow stars. And so that is going to give them a grand total of 870,000 points, which is milestone 18. And if we look at what extra you get for milestone 18, you're getting 1,000 of the crimson catalysts, 3 armory 20 orbs, not a lot to write home about there, and 2 fantastic 4 diamond orbs. But to be fair, the guys who are doing this have probably had their glut of the fantastic 4 diamond orbs by now, and they probably have most of their characters sat at 3 diamonds. Obviously not Franklin, because he was in a leaderboard event, and so the most diamonds you can get for him is 2 diamonds. But they've probably got Sue and Reed both at 3 diamonds by this point as well. Now, I want you to let me know in the comments down below if you are someone who has spent, or even if you are not someone who has spent on the accursed team, do you think that 1 extra milestone is good enough of a reward for the money that you have spent? Personally, I don't think it is. Okay, and one other thing I do want to cover. We have 4 days and 6 hours left on the Quantum Surge. This is the Quasar Diamond leaderboard. And you'll see that we are quite a fair way on in this. We are at nearly milestone 29. My leaderboard position at current is 2,577, which is very, very good for a free-to-play player. Now, how have I got these points, you might ask? How have I got so far down the chart? Milestone 29 nearly I am at. What have I been doing? So I've been doing exactly as I said. I did manage to get my Quasar at gear tier 20, so he was used in war, getting me the points there. I did manage to get both Invisible Woman MCU and Franklin Richards at gear tier 20, so I got the fantastic 4 diamond orbs from the command center objective for playing a blitz battle with them at gear tier 20. Don't think I'm going to be able to get the one for Mr. Fantastic. However, my alliance in the previous Cosmic Raid, we managed to get down to milestone 19. So we managed to claim from this basically 4 of the fantastic 4 diamond orbs, which is again amazing. So massive props to the Jetson Squad Op Block for getting us those. And so that's added on. But what I have also done, and I was going to post about this the other day and just couldn't really find a video to put it in, but I'm going to put it in now because the offer has re-shown up again. So if you click the offers in game and you come across, obviously there is the standard buying offers that you can buy with cold hard cash, and that's all cool. But they have done something different this time around, and they have done these power core offers. And there is one offer I want to draw your attention to. Now, Boylon, shout out to Boylon, awesome creator. He showed people this one here the other day, and this is where I saw this too. And I looked and I went and had a good look at the offers section. Now, Boylon showed us this offer here, which is 3,000 power cores. So you're going to get 12,000 points from this because you're getting 4 points for every power core that you spend. And then one of the fantastic 4 diamond orbs. That is going to get you 10,000 points. So that is going to get you 22,000 points for 3,000 power cores. However, well, and 1 point there, but that's not a big deal. However, there is a better offer in my opinion. So this offer here, this is going to get you 7,200 points. You're going to get the 4,000 points here plus 3,200 points from spending the power cores. You can do this 3 times. So that is going to give you a grand total of 21,600 points. So for 600 power cores, because you're only spending 2,400 power cores here, for 600 power cores less than what you are spending here, you are earning only 401 points less. So this offer here is a much better bang for buck than what buying this offer here is. And one more thing we're going to take a look at is the Chapter 2 store. So the Chapter 1 store is due to finish in 8 days and 23 hours. So we still have our intel to spend, and there is a little bit more intel to collect as we go forwards. But let's take a look at the antimatter store. So this is the Chapter 2 store. So we are getting it for a fraction, a smaller fraction. It's not 40k, it's 35k now. The character shards are the same. The awakened abilities are 5k cheaper. And there's the thing you don't want to be doing. You don't want to be exchanging your antimatter for shop credits. I really do wish they had taken that option away, because that is quite bad, really. That is something you shouldn't be doing. Even Ryan Jacobson was saying that you shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, we're going to buy our first piece from the antimatter store. We're going to buy that mythic geode. I need those. Quite like those crimson spectral analyses, but I don't have enough antimatter for that. So what have we got? We've got the 2k drop on the T4 abilities. We've got, what is this? That's 5 times 15k. So 21.6k. So a 6.6k drop on the L4 training modules as well. So a little drop extra. So overall, looking pretty good. We're going to have to see what, or how much antimatter we're actually going to get in our hands though for this store. All right, so that is everything that is going on this week in Marvel Strike Force. Why don't you let me know in the comments down below how your week is going. What have you got planned for this week in Marvel Strike Force? And I'll be back later on in the week with more Marvel Strike Force content. So stay tuned, stay subscribed, like the video if this video has helped you. And until next time, everyone, stay positive.